All right, guys, we're going to try to get a word in with our two heat race winners, John Natale and Joel Hetrick. These guys are going out for their sight lap right now, but I did have a chance to talk to both of them. John Natale did get our #1 gate pick today, and I asked him how that works, considering him and Joel Hetrick both got, we just got pelted with lots of dirt. They both got the heat class wins, but John actually had a faster qualifying time than Joel Hetrick, so that's what gave him that #1 spot. Joel Hetrick did get the #2 gate pick, but hey, they're all going for that same first corner, so we're going to watch them do their sight lap. If we do have time, we might try to grab one of them, get a little bit of pre-race insight before they take off.
As we watch the John Natale make his way around the racetrack, these guys are getting their final sighting lap before this Pro Main coming up here. And let's introduce to you today's starting lineup. Aboard the number 13 machine, you see there he comes from Houtsdale, Pennsylvania on that now Baldwin Racing-backed Honda machine. That is none other than a two-time AMA Pro ATV champion, and that is John Natale. He qualified fastest today out here on board that number 13 machine.
Dude, I have no idea. No idea.
And as we continue to watch here, our second fastest qualifier of the day, riding aboard the number 88 machine. He comes out of Seneca, Pennsylvania on that Hetrick Racing Corrosion Specialties backed machine. He is, of course, none other than Joel Hetrick. Qualifying third today and the fastest racer on the racetrack according to timing and scoring. He rides aboard the number 728. He's out of Palm City, Florida on a factory-backed JB Racing Liquid Wrench Can-Am. We're talking about none other than Jeffrey Rastrelli. Riding aboard the number 7 machine, making his way into the qualifiers today is fourth fastest, of course, out of Union City, Tennessee on a Joe Bird quad riding school, a bird training facility, DASA Racing Engine sponsored machine, a two-time AMA Pro ATV champ, 42-year-old Joe Bird. Riding aboard the number 84 from out of Sanger, Texas on the backed Yamaha Maxxis Moto Experts Hyperfly Walsh Racing machine, Thomas Brown. Riding aboard the number 40, he qualified 6th today out of Kaukauna, Wisconsin on a Jansen Motorsports Elka Maxxis Walsh SSI back machine. Talking about Cody Jansen. Aboard the number 665 out of Cutler, Illinois on a Ventry Racing 6.5 DASA RAP TLX and Linda backed Honda, the almost evil Ronnie Higgerson. Qualifying 8th today aboard the number 31 machine. He hails from New London, Ohio. He is on a Coaster Racing Hauser Dirt Freaks Maxxis TC Racing Engines Yamaha. We're talking about Adam Clark. He qualifies 9th today aboard the number 15 out of Wall, New Jersey on a Janusa Racing AGX Designs Walsh Racecraft Maxxis back machine. We're talking about none other than Nick Janusa. Qualifying next aboard the number 32 machine. He is 10th today out of Bulls Gap, Tennessee on an Ulrich Performance KT83 Hyperon Walsh Racecraft back Suzuki Silas Lamans. He qualified 11th fastest. He made his AMA Pro ATV racing debut last season at that would have been Loretta Lynn's. He is from Argentina, the Argentina champion on a MEC Team Walsh Advent Joe Bird Racing backed Honda, Vital Casanave. Qualifying 12th fastest today aboard the number 91 from Mount Pleasant, Iowa on a Pro Motorsports Yamaha, backed by Lone Star and Fox Shocks as well as DASA Engines. That is going to be Jesse Barnes. He qualified 13th today through the LCQ. He is a 3-time AMA Pro ATV Motocross champion out of Galena, Illinois on the Wiener Motorsports Factory Yamaha SSI Maxxis Walsh-backed Yamaha. Talking about Big Chad Wienen. Riding aboard the number 20, qualifying also through the LCQ out of Louisville, Ohio on a Root River Racing Max and Construction Fly Racing backed Honda, Josh Upperman. Riding aboard the number 68 machine. He's out of Argentina on a Maxxis Wrath Hyper Moto Experts backed Yamaha, Nick Cavagalacio. And, of course, last and certainly not least, out of Cortland, Ohio, on an 1118 Power Sports, Maxxis Tires, SSI Decals, ATV 4-play, Meyer Plastics-backed Honda, Tyler Hamrick. And that is your field of 16 riders. Hamrick making it as the last rider on the gate, and the 30-second card is up.
I'm pretty pumped. I don't know about you, Rodney.
I most certainly am.
I know one other guy that's pumped is Nick DeNoble. He's blowing up my phone right now, and he's saying, give me a shout-out. So he's another one of
Nick,
our pros that stepped away, and he wishes he was out here just as bad as I do.
I wish he was here as well. There is our top qualifier of the day as far as the racing is concerned. John Natale, the new team, Baldwin Motorsports. That's something huge, Josh Creamer, and you know a little bit about that, I'm sure.
Here we go.
There it is. The gate is down. Who's going to get the Bell Helmets Whole Shot Award in this one?
John Natale.
Wow.
Thomas Brown in second. Oh, Jeff Rastrelli sneaks by for second. That looks like Thomas Brown gets pushed back to fourth.
That's a great start for Jeff Rastrelli on the Can-Am.
Wow, that right there was an intense start. Wheel banging action going all the way around. The Ironman out front. Now the big question is, Rastrelli going to be able to make a pass, or will someone put pressure on Rastrelli? Where is Weenan now? How far back?
Chad Weenan's sitting in sixth right now. You've got John Natale in the lead. You got Jeff Rastrelli in second. You see Thomas Brown there in fourth creeping, and then Natale just behind, or I'm sorry, Chad Weenan just behind him in sixth. We've got some yellow flags. We've got a rider down, and judging by the top of the helmet,
it looks like, I don't know if that's your Chad Weenan or not.
No, it's not. It's a fly helmet. It appears to be possibly Nick Janusa.
Oh, tough break there for whomever, especially Janusa. But
no, it's Thomas Brown.
Thomas Brown. Tough break there. He could have been a contender for a win today. John Natale leading Jeff Rastrelli. There's Joel Hedrick, Kid Dynamite himself in third. Ronnie Higgers in the 665 in fourth. Chad Weenan is now fifth. Latal Kazanavi running in the number 6 spot is 7th place. Joe Bird, 8th place. Nick Janusa, 9th place. Cody Jansen, 10th place. Tyler Hamrick. So that might have been Jesse Barnes. No, Barnes checked in 15th place. Not real sure who that rider is. We'll get a number on that in just a moment. But right now, this is where the action's at. Johnny Gallagher, John Natale is out front, and this is going to be tough for anybody to beat the Ironman.
You know, Rodney, we've seen so many times in the past when John Natale gets a whole shot, it fires him up, and look at him go. It's like he's hit the afterburners. He's trying to pull away right now. He's got the best in the business in Jeff Rastrelli, Joel Hedrick, and now Chad Weenan into the 4 spot, sorry. Those guys are trying to track him down, but Natale's just running scared out front.
Well, I tell you, looking at this now, right in front of the Race Day studios right now goes John Natale, Jeffrey Rastrelli, and they're on the outside doing a little switch up and a change. Looks like Chad Weenan trying to go for the pass on that 3rd place ride of Joel Hedrick. Hedrick's not going to be easy to pass, though, Josh Creamer.
No, he's not going to be easy to pass at all, but like you said, after he won that LCQ, he said, I'm fired up, and you can see how fired up he is right now. I watched him pass Ronnie, a little bit of help there, but you know, on this Supercross style racing, you got to make the pass happen. We're not here to make friends. We're here to win races, so that's what's happening out there right now.
That's exactly what's happening. You know what's really neat? I don't know if you saw the video that John Natale and Baldwin Motorsports put out right after they, well, that's how they announced the team coming together. I mean, they made some bold predictions, my friends. They said number 1 in 2015, and he's on his way to his first number 1 plate right here, it looks like, at the Daytona Supercross.
Yeah, he's been running really hard.
Oh, look at this. Jeff Rastrelli on the inside. He makes a little bit of contact with Natale there, but Natale's able to hang on to the lead.
I think you're going to see something right here because Natale's been staying over the inside hump, and Jeffrey's going to go outside. No, they went opposite of what I thought was going to happen, but you know, that's just Natale's smart. He changes his lines because he knows that Jeffrey's going to try that because he's already tried it before.
Exactly. Look how close the top 4 riders are right now.
You could throw a blanket over the top 4 right now, Rodney. These guys are inside each other. They're outside each other. They're throwing everything they have at it, and every one of these guys, there's 3 spots on that podium, and only 3 of these guys out of the 4 have a chance to be there.
Not one of these guys wants to be second or third either.
Exactly.
All 4 of them want to be the top step of that podium.
No doubt about it. And what about Jeffrey Rastrelli? It'd be his first ever AMA Pro ATV race win if he ever does it. We got a replay coming up here. And here is what happened on that first lap. We'll see what happened.
Oh, Thomas Brown comes up just a bit short.
Yeah,
takes
like
a heck of a buck there, and you can see
right
Hedrick has to swerve to miss him, as does, and Weenan had to get on the brakes there as well.
Yeah, that bike took him right down to the ground. Hopefully you see him out there now. He's still going. Thomas is a tough competitor. We've seen him go over the bars before. You know, we've seen him do a front flip before.
Yeah.
But
yeah, not like that.
You know, he's still out there riding hard.
Yeah, and man, I don't know, but look at this crowd right here. The stands are full down here in the infield area. It's amazing the amount of people that have come in for this race.
I mean, it's packed. The fence line here is packed. The stands are packed. and they're throwing on an awesome race right now.
You know, guys, I'm down here on the floor. I'm looking up at the grandstands. This looks like Saturday night's Daytona Supercross by Honda. There are so many people here.
No doubt about it, and John Natale continues to lead this one with the young Jeff Rastrelli in search of his first win. Things are starting to, wow, I thought they were starting to stretch out a little bit, but no, Joel Hedrick's still there. No, still Chad Wienen is there, so this is, no rest for the weary, so to speak, right now.
Nobody's gonna back down for this race. I mean, do we know whether it's 15 or 20 laps yet?
It's 15 laps for the main event, 15.
Okay, so it's 15 laps for this main event, and I guarantee everyone's going to push the entire race. And the only guy out there that's getting fresh air right now is John Natale. The rest of them are eating Florida sand, and you know that takes a toll on you.
It's not a.
You know what we're really going to see here now as they complete lap 5. We're 1/3 of the way into this race, and fitness is really going to become a factor. All 4 of these guys and most of these top pro riders have been training all winter long for this race. And now we're going to find out whose training program paid off.
Exactly.
Who's testing, whose bike setup is the best, because this track is getting rough, and these guys are pushing hard, and this is where their fitness is going to come into play.
Yep, fitness is going to be key here. And, you know, like I said, this Florida sand, it's tough on the lungs, it's tough in your mouth, and I don't know of any four-wheel racer, any motocross racer, anybody that rides with their mouth closed. It's just hard. You know, you got to get as much air into your lungs as you can. And unfortunately, some of these guys are probably sucking in some of this dark dirt.
No doubt. And right now up front, look at this. Looks like we have a little bit of a change. No, that's still Natale out front.
It looked like Hetrick tried to make a move on the inside there and jumped over the berm, leaving just a little bit of ground and falling back into the clasp with Chad just behind him there. Wow. But again, all 4 of these guys on the same straightaway, in the same rhythm section, fighting each other tooth and nail the whole way.
Wow, Jeffrey Rastrelli switching his lines up just a little bit there. He went over both of those decision makers, I guess we call them, and was able to, I think, maybe close up a little bit more on John Natale. The gap, 1.043 seconds, is what we're looking at between Natale and Rastrelli. These guys are all 103, 104 right now. They're actually slowing down to about a 104 pace. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good pace consistently lap after lap. Whenever you got to look at this for 15 laps, that's going to be tough, man. I mean, these guys are used to running those longer motos, but what they're not used to is the track being this rough and there are this many jumps and corners and turns and stuff.
Oh, Jeff Rastrelli is down in the rhythm section. He did the exact same thing that Thomas Brown did. Came up short, clipped his rear end, and his bike tackled him.
Man, that sucks. But, you know, it's part of the beast.
It is.
You know, like you said, the intensity of this race, you see what happens. All it takes is one slip up, and next thing you know, you're on the ground.
And he's back up, I believe, so good news for him. And I tell you, good news for Chad Wienen, because now that means that he gets to move up and, well, work on Joel Hedrick, and it's good news for Joel Hedrick, too.
Look at the lead that John Natale pulled after that. Those guys had to check up just a bit to miss the down rider and Rastrelli, and now that's given John Natale some breathing room. These guys are hard on the gas trying to make it up, but in this short course, it's going to take them a couple laps, even if they can't at all close down. Chad Wienen off the track into some hay bales. He's able to save it, but, man, this is intense.
I tell you, Johnny, like you said, training will be key here in the final closing moments. We are now 7 laps in, so we'll call this basically the halfway point of this race now, with John Natale leading, Joel Hedrick, Chad Wienen in 3rd. Joe Bird is up to 4th place now. He's 20 seconds behind this battle for the lead, but Joe Bird is 4th right now.
And look at the rookie, Nick Janusa. He's running 5th.
Yes.
I mean, that's awesome for his pro debut.
It is, and he's only 0.2 of a second behind Joe Bird right now.
He's battling Joe Bird right now. I mean, that's real confidence boosting for Nick.
It is, and that is going to be a place to watch. Josh Upperman is 6th, Vital Kazanavi in 7th. Got Adam Clark in 8th. Thomas Brown is up to 9th place now. And last year's Rookie of the Year, Cody Jansen, back in the number 10 spot right now.
Look at the lap time on Thomas Brown with the 106.7 coming through the pack. He's running faster than both the 2 guys in front of him, so we can expect to see him just a couple of seconds off those guys. Most likely we're going to see him up battling for that 8th and 7th spot here real soon.
Well, it looks like Ronnie Higgerson, who was a early top 5 rider, actually was running 4th for a good portion of the first few laps. It looks Higgerson is now a few laps down. Here's the battle for 2nd place, really starting to heat up, and it looks like Chad Wienen is starting to really put the pressure on Joel Hedrick now.
You know, guys, it's always a good sign for the fans when Wienen and Hedrick get together on the racetrack. They've got a little bit of a rivalry that's been going on for a couple years, so this could get pretty interesting for us fans.
And here comes John Natale now down through this front rhythm section, and there is Joel Hetrick, there is Chad Wienen. And you know, talk of these guys, everybody has been pushing and training so hard for this particular event. You know, you have to think that they're all thinking the same thing. I've got to get my endurance up so that I don't fade at the end of this race. And I know, talking with Joel Hetrick, he's got a new life breathed into his program this year. And he told me he's trained harder this year than ever.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I haven't seen Joel since Loretta's, and I saw him first time on Sunday, and the first thing I said, I was like, wow, you've lost some weight. He's like, yeah, I've lost about 10 pounds. You know, you can just see it when people finally start to figure it out. You know, you lean out and you get into fighting weight, and, you know, that's what they're doing out there. They're fighting right now, and you can just really see these guys hitting these corners and just hitting these obstacles, jumps. They're pushing their bikes, they're pushing their bodies to the max right now.
Yes, they most certainly are. Natale, Hetrick, and Wienen. Wienen and Hetrick is who we're watching right now. Wienen trying to go to the inside of Hetrick. Kid Dynamite under pressure. What's going to happen here? Will he explode or will he let it roll?
Oh, Chad Wienen up on the inside. He makes the move. Can he make it stick? He can't. Hetrick's able to close him off on that inside.
He's got the inside line coming into the next turn, though.
That battle for second is only going to get more intense as this race goes on.
Woo, man, these guys, they fought like this and battled like this on more than one occasion. Right now, 10 laps down, working on lap number 11 of 15.
You know, it's unfortunate that they're battling so hard together. I mean, it's awesome, but it's giving John Natale more breathing room, and he's letting that Baldwin Honda eat right now. And I said it the whole time. I said, whoever gets this hole shot is going to run like he's got people chasing him with weapons, and that's what John's been doing the whole time. And I mean, he's riding good. The bike seems to be working great, and you know, who knows? Maybe he'll make a mistake, and the top three will get tighter. And
you never know.
We'll see something crazy at the end.
Mike, you very well could, but you very well could see John Natale just doing exactly what he's doing right now and take it on home to the checkers. And I got to tell you, I don't think there's probably two people more fitting that probably could deserve a win like this than John Natale himself and Mark Baldwin. Not that anybody else don't deserve, but John Natale's been around for a long time. You know it as well as I do. He has fought for ATV racing, and he has really dug deep and clenched his teeth. And joining forces with Mark Baldwin, who has helped build this sport as well, those two together to win this, it couldn't be a better fitting tribute to racing, I don't think.
No, it's awesome, and you know, John Natale, what, is he 38, 39?
Something like that. I think he's 39, yeah.
It's amazing that he's still out here competing and beating the best of the best out there right now. You know, he's one of not many out there like him, that's for sure.
39 years old on that Baldwin Motorsports backed by Fly machine. 39 years old, a seasoned veteran. And Johnny, he's older than you, man.
Hey, they don't call him the Iron Man for nothing. He's battling against the best in the business right now, 11 laps into this grueling main event. He's still charging hard. You've got the lightning fast Joel Hetrick. Everybody's been commenting on his speed for so many years. You know, Chad Wienen, a three-time champion. But right now, like you said, it's the Iron Man. It's John Natale getting it done. But here, these guys are closing up.
Here comes the factor right here, lap traffic.
Yep.
That might be what's going to close this race up. No mistakes necessarily, and that's good. I like the fact that there's no mistakes, but the lap traffic is going to make it exciting.
Lap traffic is definitely going to play a part. I mean, it depends on whether these guys just get off the course, but, you know, there's battles all the way back throughout the field, so you don't really know who's paying attention. Everybody's looking down, looking ahead, so we'll see what happens.
You know, one thing I'm noticing down here, we do have a lot of blue flags, and the riders are getting out of the way. When they throw that blue flag, that means the leaders are coming, and those guys, they pull over, and it's been so good so far.
Well, that's great. You know, a lot of times the intensity of the race, riders don't recognize or realize, but these guys are paying attention. They respect each other out there on this racetrack, man, and they got to ride these kinds of machines. John Natale out and about by himself now. Believe it or not, only a 2.3-second lead. It seemed like it was starting to stretch out so much more than that. But now, and it's not because he slowed down a whole lot, only about a second since the fastest laps in the early part of the race. Actually, Chad Wienen has the fastest lap time right now of 102.9, but he hasn't bested that since lap number 2. Wienen's been battling with Joel Hetrick. He's running a 106 now. Hetrick just under the 105 mark. Joe Bird now 30 seconds behind third place, and that's respectable. I mean, for anybody. I mean, because you got to think of the intensity of those front 3 or 4 riders were racing at there first, and then of course Rastrelli having the problem. Joe Bird was the 5th, then moved up to 4th. Joe's 42 years old, people.
Rodney,
and he's still
I hate to break in, but let's take a look at this battle up front. Joel Hetrick has closed up nearly to the rear wheels of John Natale. He's made up better in the second this lap, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
with only 2 laps to go, obviously this is going to be close racing. I don't know if he's got enough time to get it done, but it's certainly getting closer.
Well, 2 laps to go, it looks like, and 2 seconds, 2.013 separating them. Natale at 105.2, his slowest lap of the day, just under a 105. At a 104.9 was Joel Hetrick.
Tell you who else is on the move. We saw Thomas Brown go down early in the race.
Up to 6th.
He's made his way up to 6th place.
Wow.
1.4 seconds between John Natale and Joel Hetrick.
And the white flag is now out, so this is the last lap of this race. We're going to see whatever's left in that tank come out of Joel Hetrick, just trying to grab the back wheels of John Natale.
This is going to be exciting. Down that back stretch, or the front stretch, I guess, here at Daytona International Speedway. Our back stretch from the stands here for the ATV Supercross race. John Natale holding the lead as they go through those rhythm sections now. But here comes Kid Dynamite, ready to light that fuse and let this baby explode.
Got about 3 lappers in front of him. Hopefully the guys are paying attention. We got about 1 more straightaway left, so.
And they've got 2 lappers directly in front of them, but these guys are moving at good pace. I don't know if this is going to play in, but yeah. Joel Hetrick getting a good run up through the whoops. He's trying to get up on the inside of Natale coming into this last turn.
Oh! Yes, John Natale does it, ladies and gentlemen. John Natale etches his name in the history books as the first ever ATV SX winner here at Daytona International Speedway. Let's head over to Gatorade Victory Lane. Come on, fans. Let's go congratulate John Natale, Joel Hetrick, and Chad Weenan on a great event. Gatorade Victory Lane is where you want to go now. Do not miss this celebration, my friends. History has just been made in AMA Pro ATV racing, and John Natale's name is at the top of the list.
I'll tell you what, we better get Rodney a bottle of water because he is red in the face right now. He is pumped up.
I told you guys I was going to be excited about this one. John Natale and Mark Baldwin joining forces in the offseason. They made the prediction. They said, we're going after national championships, and that's exactly what they've done.
That's one way. That's a pretty good way of starting it out.
Hey, it's a bold prediction, but the only thing you can do in that situation is back it up, and they did that here today. You know, Mark Baldwin's obviously
Look at this, John Natale taking a victory lap. John Natale, let's crowd. Make sure you cheer John Natale on. I think he's about ready to take a victory lap. He's slapping high fives all the way down the fence right now. Here comes John Natale, your ATV SX champion, folks. Right there he is. Look how happy the 39-year-old Honda pilot is right now. He has been at the top of the sport on more than one occasion. He's been at the bottom on more than one occasion. But I tell you what, if anybody knows how the road is paved, that guy right there knows exactly how it is paved, and he helped pave a lot of those miles that ATV racing has seen over the years. Wow, look at that. The crowd, just all the folks heading over to the winner's circle. There's bleachers over there for everyone, and I know Jen Kenyon is heading over there right now, and we are super excited about what we got going on. Look at that. The guys, high fives from everybody, man. ATVriders.com, Harlan Foley down there. There's Harv Whipple, the AMA Pro ATV racing referee. Maxxis Tire representatives down there. There's Casey Greek, John Natale's former mechanic, his last championship back in 2011. You know that Casey's got to be feeling pretty excited about this right now as well, Josh.
Yeah, Casey's probably pumped, you know, just close friends with John, and everyone's pumped. You can see Mark Baldwin there. I'm sure he's ecstatic, and everybody under that tent, they've been putting a lot of hard work in, and
it's all paying off.
Hats off to him. That was a great race.
No doubt about it. Johnny Gallagher, man, I mean, just being able to witness this history right here, I know you got, that's probably as memorable for you as the racing will be my reaction, but regardless, man, this was definitely left nothing out on the table.
I can only say that I wish we had a heart rate monitor for you there at the end, because you were pretty pumped. We all were, but you were slamming on the table, and you know that just goes to show the excitement. Like we've talked about, what an epic event, and these guys certainly didn't disappoint. Not only the top three, but all of our pro riders. You know, everybody went out there and poured it all on the line. We saw, you know, local boy Jeffrey Rastrelli running up there early, had an unfortunate get off in the rhythm section. John Natale, you know, everybody knows this guy. He's been around forever. He's won championships, like you said. He's been at the top. He's been on the bottom. This year, you know, new team. Him and Mark Baldwin coming together. Mark's always been known for his whole shots with Josh Upperman.
Yep.
Many years people have asked, is it Josh Upperman or is it that Baldwin Motorsports Honda? Well, today, John Natale grabbed the whole shot, so maybe Mark Baldwin obviously deserves a big chunk of this.
I think Baldwin's got something figured out with the Honda there, and you know, we said the start was going to be crucial to this race, and John Natale got it done.
He most certainly did. Look at that, man. High fives, hugs all around. We've seen John's wife, Michelle Natale, down there. They just celebrated the birth of their second daughter about 2 months ago, and you can see, man, look at that. Natale doesn't even look winded or tired right now. I mean, doesn't he look probably the best shape of his life right now?
That's a possibility. I mean, that's what it takes. He just showed us what kind of shape he's in. He had everybody tracking him down, and he didn't fall. He held strong the whole moto, stayed consistent, and ran a great race.
Thoughts on this one, Johnny Gallagher?
You know, this is two things. Number one, obviously excited for John. You know, he's a more veteran, experienced rider like myself, so to see a guy like him get a win, you know, everybody can certainly get behind that. But, you know, I think what's really resonating with me right now is this is Gatorade Victory Lane.
Yeah.
This is where we saw Joey Logano celebrate just a few weeks ago. You know, we've seen all of the NASCAR greats. We've seen all of the Supercross greats celebrate here. And now it's an ATV Pro MX rider, John Natale, who is there, and obviously Chad Wienen in third place and Joel Hetrick in second. These guys are going to celebrate in the very same venue where so many of the greats of motorsports have celebrated before them.
Exactly. There's Jeffrey Rastrelli. They've got him down there. He may have actually got credit for the Bell Helmets Hole Shot Award. I'm not sure, but they got him down there, or he's down there. And look at that. He's smiling, and he looks fine.
He might just be down there to congratulate John, because I believe he had a clear hole shot on that one. But, you know,
yeah,
really a tough break for Jeffrey Rastrelli. He was running a great race there in second place. And, you know, it's unfortunate.
Hey.
I mean, on Supercross, it doesn't take much to make a mistake. No. And when it happens, it's never good.
Tell me this. Tell me if I'm wrong on this. Jeffrey Rastrelli is going to be a factor in this year's championship.
He looks better than he ever has. He's been putting in hard work. He went down to Argentina. He won one of those races down there. Huge confidence booster. He's got his program figured out. And, you know, he's just, I think he's going to be a factor this year.
All right, let's turn our attention down to the Gatorade Victory Lane now, where John Natale is celebrating right now with his he and Michelle's oldest daughter. And there is Jen Kenyon ready to celebrate as well. Jen, I tell you, the atmosphere down at Gatorade Victory Lane right now, it has to be electrifying.
Oh, it is, guys. Let's hear it one more time right here in Gatorade Victory Lane. This is a history-making moment here at Daytona International Speedway, and we want to present John Natale, your today's 2015 Fly Racing ATV Supercross overall winner. Tim Cotter's got this amazing surfboard. It's iconic. And it's all yours, John Natale. Let's hear it for our top three overall finishers. It's John Natale, Joel Hetrick, and Chad Wienen. John, how pumped are you right now? This is an amazing moment. It's history-making, and you're now the points leader in the 2015 series.
I am extremely pumped. I mean, look around, man. It's Daytona, where the land of speed, basically. You know, I don't know who all stood up here. I mean, Alexa, Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon, Kurt Busch, all those guys, man. I get to stand where they were standing. I can't say enough about my family, my mom and my dad. Man, without you guys, I would have never made it here. And, of course, my wife, my daughter, Lexus, and my daughter, Stassi, my newborn daughter, Stassi. Without you guys, I couldn't do it. And Mark Baldwin, he's running around here hiding from me somewhere. But, you know, I think we just put together a championship team with John Natale and motorsport.com and Mark Baldwin. Man, I think, and Maxis, man. Maxis had me hooked up today, man. 2 hole shots. I didn't have to work near as hard as the rest of these guys getting out front early. And I'm just excited, you know. This makes a real big milestone for me. I was the first one to ever win a championship on a Can-Am. First one to ever win at the Great Outdoor Games. First and only one. And now, again, I've set another record. I'm the first one to ever win at Daytona. It can't ever be broken.
That's right. Now we're going to add your name here to the history books. We're going to have Kip Bigelow here from the AMA. He wants to present the #1 plate to John Natale. Now, John, before we go, we still have one more award to give you. You got the $100. I'll hold it for you. He doesn't have enough hands for all these awards. The $100 Bell Helmets Hole Shot Award, and of course the #1 plate as he leads these guys into the 2015 AMA ATV Motocross National Championship. What a day for you.
Oh man, I can't believe this. I need more hands. I feel like I need to be like Squidward. If anybody has kids, you'll understand that. But I need 8 hands up here. I got so many things I need to hold. I can't thank the Daytona Motorsports Group enough, and Tim Cotter, the Coombs family. Man, I know you guys work hard to put this together. Nobody ever gives you the credit you deserve. I know you're working hard behind the scenes all the time, and I want to say thank you. And I know that there's a lot of other people out here that would like to say thank you personally, but I'm going to say thank you for them. We appreciate the hard work. I want to say thank you to Chad Weenan, Joel Hetrick. I want to say thank you to Rastrelli for giving me a little bit of room there, but the wrong way. But all these pro riders out here, man, you know, these guys made the trip down here, and some of the ones that just stepped up, thank you guys for coming in, man. Hopefully what we're doing here is setting a brighter future for you guys. And like I said, the Daytona Motorsports Group, I'm hoping that you're going to want us back again, because I think that next year we can do it even better.
All right, they don't call him the Iron Man for nothing. That's John Natale, your overall champion here. Second place finisher, Joel Hetrick. Talk about that race. You guys had an awesome pace going. It seemed like you guys were just back and forth, back and forth. Tell us about it.
Oh yeah, the track was pretty rough from this morning, and you know I put in solid laps. Chad was behind me, pushing me every lap, and it was tough to stay in front of him. We had a couple good toss-ups, but you know I stayed up there in second. I gained on Natale the last couple laps, and you know almost made a big mistake, but you know I finished this race safe, and I'm just glad to be on the podium here at Daytona.
You know, you had the champ following you there for the whole race, and you were pulling away there at the end. Do you have a great training program heading into this race, or what was it that really just kept you going there at the end?
Well, I'm on a new training program with Dominic Sopolik. He helped Nick Moser out, and it seems like it's really working for me, and I've been riding a ton. The bike's working awesome. I mean, I feel like it's a good switch and a good start to the year.
All right, well, who else would you like to thank for getting up here?
Corrosion Specialties, Walsh Racecraft, my mom and dad, Hetrick Racing, SSI Decals, Evans Coolant, Fly Racing for keeping me all looking nice, DASA for the motors, Pafford EMS, DP Brakes, Elka Suspension, Jay Goebel with Impact Solutions, tuning my shocks all the time. He's a great guy. The Moser family, and my fiance Carly, Precision, Maxxis Tires for sure. Got a whole shot today as first in a while. So, and just everyone who helped me out. Thank you so much, Henson, Jonathan Parrish, and that's it.
All right, that's Kid Dynamite. He's not such a kid anymore. Second place here at Daytona, and this guy right here, 3-time champion, third place here at the ATV Supercross in Daytona. Chad, tell us about your day. Didn't start off so great here in the qualifying sessions.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of made it hard for myself early on, but you know, came out of the LCQ with some fire and made some passes quick, and you know, I just had to get into the main, and it's just one of those days where you know my starts weren't there today, and it's just one of those tracks where you got to be on point, and you know, my team worked awesome, and my machine as well, and you know, I just I didn't give myself the opportunity early on in the day to get up there on the top of the box, but you know, it just woke me up, and you know, I'm motivated. You know, just the day wasn't my day, and you know, it's just I'm gonna go back and get ready for Georgia, and you know, I guess gotta give a hats off to my team, the Weenan Motorsports, the guys from Maxxis, Yamaha, man. These guys have been behind me the whole time, my championship runs, and you know, we're going for more, and you know, we're just hats off to them, my whole crew, SSI Decals, Walsh Racecraft, the Alaskan Motor, guys from Renthal, Webcams, Trek Bikes, you know, Hinson Clutch Components, Forworks, VP Racing Fuels, Renthal, you know, Rath Racing, you know, there's just so many more Alpine Stars, the guys from Fly, you know, keep us looking fresh on the track, and you know, it's just not happy with the result, but you know, it's racing. You know, it's all about how we bounce back from this, and you know, my wife Danica, my dad, and the grandparents. You know, there's a lot of people that came down here to support me this weekend, and I got to thank them all. And you know, the guy, you know, Boric, for his hospitality and good training partner. The weekend didn't go exactly the way that we wanted it, but you know, it's just one of those days. And you know, the guys, Gallagher, you know, Don, thank you, Don, and you know, just everybody, you know, Bach, you know, there's just so many, and got to thank them all. And you know, congrats to the guys in front of me and the guys that you know came in behind me, but you know, just coming out of here with my safety, and you know, we're focused on round 2, and you know, thank the guys here at Daytona. They put on a great track, Poulter, and you know, just got to thank them all, and guys from FMF, CV, WPC, Fuel Customs, Fox Shocks, CP Gorilla, Precision, NGK. Got some webcams, K&N, Cherubies, Behringer, and everybody. Thank you so much.
All right, these are the day that championships are made. Guys, let's get back to some racing.